The Legislative Council, that is Vidhan Parishad. The members of the State Legislative Council or the Vidhan Parishad are not directly elected by the people but are elected in the following manner. So the members of the Vidhan Parishad, they are not elected by the people just like the Vidhan Sabha. They are elected in the following manner. That is, the first one is 1/3 members are elected by the Legislative Assembly. So 1/3 of the members of the Vidhan Parishad, they are elected by the Legislative Assembly. 1/3 members are elected by the members of local bodies, that means at the Panchayat, municipal corporation and municipalities. 1/12 members are elected by teachers who have taught in secondary school in the state, and another 1/12 by graduates from universities in India who have graduated with at least 3 years standing. Last one, 1/6 member distinguished in the field of art, literature, science are nominated by the governor of the state. So these are the 4 methods through which the members of the Vidhan Parishads are elected. So the first one is 1/3 of the members, they are elected by the Vidhan Sabha. 1/3 members, they are elected by the local bodies, that is Panchayat, municipal corporation and municipalities. 1/12 of the members, they are elected by the teachers who were or who have taught in the secondary school, especially in the government school, and another 1/12 are elected by the or selected by the graduates who have completed their graduation from universities in India, okay, and they have worked for minimum 3 years. And last one is 1/6 members are elected by the person who are in the field of art, literature and science, and they are nominated by whom? The governor of the state. A member of the state legislature council is called MLC, member of the legislative council. Remember the full form. The total number of members in the Vidhan Parishad should be 1/3 of the total number of the members in the Vidhan Sabha. That means the members of the Vidhan Parishad, the member of the Vidhan Parishad, they should be 1/3 of the member who are already present in the Vidhan Sabha. Okay, and a Vidhan Parishad cannot have less than 40 members. So just like the Vidhan Sabha, their member is not less than 60 members. So similarly in the Vidhan Parishad also, the member should not be less than 40 members. Qualification required for the members of the state legislature. What are the different types of qualification, eligible criteria? To become a member of the legislative assembly or the legislative council, a person should have the following qualification. What are these? Let us find out. He or she must be a citizen of India. So he or she must be citizen of India. He or she must be at least 25 years of age for getting elected to the Vidhan Sabha and 30 years for the Vidhan Parishad. So their age should be for Vidhan Sabha 25 years and for Vidhan Parishad at least 30 years of age. He or she must be registered voter in that state. So they should have their voter ID in that particular state. He or she must not hold any office of profit under the government. So the person who wanted to become the member of the state legislature, he or she should not have any office under the government of India. Last one is he or she must not be mentally unsound or have been proclaimed a criminal by the law of the state. So the person who wanted to become the members of the state legislature, he or she should not be mentally unsound, that means mentally disturbed person, or he or she must not have any criminal cases in that particular state. So these are the qualification of the membership of the state legislature. Tenure of the state legislature, that means duration. The Vidhan Sabha is elected for a period of 5 years, just like the Lok Sabha election. However, under certain special circumstances, the governor might dissolve the assembly before 5 years. So, however, there may be some situation due to which the governor of that particular state can dissolve the assembly before the 5 years of time. The Vidhan Parishad is a permanent body, just like the Rajya Sabha at the central level, and it can never be dissolved, just like the Rajya Sabha. Members are elected for a period of 6 years. So the members of the Vidhan Parishad are elected for the 6 years, but Vidhan Sabha for 5 years. Remember it. 1/3 of the members retire after every 2 years, and only these positions are filled through new election. So 1/3 of the members they are retired every 2 years, and the number of positions which are retired, they are filled through new elections. Next are functions of the state legislature. The state legislatures look after the administration of a state and ensure welfare of the people in the state. So the main duty of the state legislature is to look after the welfare of the people who are living in that particular state and make different rules and regulations so that people can live peacefully in that particular state. The most important function of a state legislature is to make law. So their main function is to make different rules and regulations to run that particular country. In India, the constitution has demarcated subjects on which the central or the state government can make law in the union list, the state list and the concurrent list. So our Indian constitution had already given the certain list or certain topics which the central and state government they can make rules and regulation. That means they can make laws, and they are known as union list. Union lists are the list in which only the central government have the authority to make rules and regulation. State lists are those lists which are in which the state government have only the power to make rules and regulation in that particular list. Okay, and the concurrent lists are those lists in which both central and the state government can make law. Okay, and if there is any you can say conflict between the opinion of the central and state government, then the central government decision is final, because central government is more powerful than the state government. So this is all about the three different lists which are given in our Indian constitution. The state lists contain subject on which only the state government can make law. Okay, sometimes the state government also make law on subject mentioned in the concurrent list. So this is the first function of the state legislature. Second, the state government take decision about the finance of the state and decides on the amount of money to be collected from the people as taxes. So it is the duty of the state government to take decision about the finance of that particular state. That means how much money they will expend in which section. That means either to make bridge, in bridge how much they will take money, or how much money they will spend. Okay, and the state government will decide how much amount of money they will collect from the people of that particular state in the form of taxes. The third function is the members of the state legislature also have certain electoral powers. Members of the Vidhan Sabha are part of the electoral college and participate in the election of the President of India. So some members of the state legislature, they also have electoral power. That means special powers. Okay, and these members, that means the members of the Vidhan Sabha, they are a part of electoral college. Electoral college means it is a group in which the important members are appointed, and they help or they participate in an election so that they can nominate or select the president of that particular country. So this is all about electoral college. They elect members of the Rajya Sabha and 1/3 members of the Legislative Council. So they not only nominate or select the president of a country, but also they elect the members of the Rajya Sabha and 1/3 members of the Legislative Council. So these are the three important functions of the state legislature.